person takes you, whether the person is a murderer or not. You just sit in the car, takes you there, you travel and you book an Airbnb and you go and stay there. With some of these evolving technologies, would you recommend to your JTI, Judicial Training Institute, to take a critical look at some of these emerging trends so that the justices are abreast or kept abreast with some of these modern trends so that they will be able to determine some of these issues when they come to them in the nearest future? There is a decision in Italy. That's why I'm asking you this question. Thank you.
Very well, Mr. Chair. You've mentioned a lot of business names that all form part of this modern trend. But your question, if I understand you, saying that the JTI should train judges when some of these things come up, do you mean when issues, if you could clarify that kindly?
Thank you. That these are emerging trends and new decisions are being taken in some other jurisdictions. I haven't heard of any in our country. So I just want to find out from you whether it will be part of your activism or your advocacy when you go for training so that we are not caught off guard when some of these things come up. That's it.
Very well, Mr. Chairman. I share the view with you that these are modern and new trends, and we all have to learn, especially the judges, because the society is ever evolving and these things will catch up. I would give you a simple example about Facebook. Some years back, when I was in the circuit court, I think, I know there's something that is called porn revenge or nude revenge. Porn revenge or nude revenge between exes, like ex-partners. So somebody shared a picture of his former girlfriend. Let me see, we are all adults here, a nude picture of his former girlfriend with other people. And you know how the world is. I always tell friends that once you take the first photo, click, it's no longer yours the moment you send it. And you can imagine the mental agony to this person. But the matter came to court and it was difficult to apprehend, but with our electronic laws, etc., and I think the police also did some good investigation, and he was apprehended and dealt with. So we have to learn about these things all the time. And sometimes, like you said, it's not just the Uber. You go to San Francisco, the cars come with no driver, and we still sit in them and go.
Thank you very much, my lady. As for me, when the car comes and nobody is in it, I will not sit inside. I'll run away. No, we just go and observe the parade and run away. My lady, let's stay there and talk about media freedoms. The Constitution guarantees media freedoms, but there's little to talk about when it comes to content. People generate content, share them, discuss them, before you realize everything is out there. But they will tell you, oh, the press is not subject to any direction of control. Yes, but there are limitations within the media space anyway. Do you think, as a country and as Parliament, we haven't done so much with regards to regulations to ensure that the media is kept within bounds and within the Constitution so that our image as a country and as individuals are well protected and respected within the media space? Because a judge will wake up in the morning and find his or her picture on the front page on a matter that he or she has sat on. You wouldn't know where that journalist or media house got the judge's photograph, but it will be there. And maybe even the ruling that the judge gave is not well reported, it's skewed in a way. Those are things that I believe do worry some of you as justices of the court. So I just want to hear from you on some of the things I've spoken about. Thank you.
Very well. Ghana is a strong advocate for media freedom. Going back some years back, maybe 30, 40 years ago, I do not believe that the media landscape was what it is today. And perhaps that has propelled us into a kind of media free-for-all, if I may put it that way, like you are saying. So some of these things happen, and of course, we get disturbed. Others go to court seeking for their reliefs. However, I do not think that we have to go out right away with the big stick, knocking everybody. Maybe we first of all have to engage the media. There are responsibilities. Their freedoms have to go with responsibilities. They have to know that. We have to sensitize them. People have to learn how to report. Even like you mentioned about a case being reported. We have a judicial media persons, I believe, but sometimes they don't report exactly. But I think it's a learning process and sensitization. And when we've done all that, at the end of the day, maybe we can have some further regulations that will make the media or the journalists realize that the fact that he has a microphone, or the fact that there's ink in his barrel or pen, or the fact that he has a keyboard that has an enter stroke, does not mean that he can just go to town. Respectfully, my views. Thank you.
My follow-up question to that, would you advise the Judicial Service to train some of the journalists in this country, or you have a training program for them, those who report from the courts? Would you ask that your next budget you request for some more money? I can see the acting CJ here, for some training of the journalists who report from the courts. Would you? And I wish you the very best, my lady. Thank you.
I believe that can be done in collaboration with the JTI, and if it's brought to the attention of the Office of the Acting CJ, that certainly can be arranged. Thank you.
So you're asking for more money?
No, I didn't talk about money. I just said they could be trained. But of course, if we got more money, we would not be any less miserable.
Thank you.
Honorable Patrick Obama, you can donate 40% of your bank account to them. It will be in the right direction.
I wish I could do that, but, you know, I'm miserable.